Namaskar. Welcome to this edition of Rourkela News. The headlines at this hour. 20 shift in charges of Rourkela Steel Plant awarded for exemplary work. Session of Project Vishwakarma organized. And Shrujani Mela organized in Town Engineering Department. Now the news in detail. 20 shift in charges of Rourkela Steel Plant were awarded the Performance Excellence Award for shift in charges in recognition of this exemplary leadership and outstanding work done by them towards achieving improvement in production, maintenance, services, cost, quality, industrial relations and safety. Mr. Subhendra Das, ED Works, presented the awards to them in the annual performance review and award function organized at the Gopabandhu Auditorium on 1st April. The winners are Mr. Chamru Majhi, Senior Technician Coke Oven Mechanical, Mr. Maliram Khaka, Senior Technician Refractories, Mr. Manoj Kumar Majhi, SOST SP2 Mechanical, Mr. Bhagwat Pradhan, SOST SP3 Electrical, Mr. Sudarshan Senapati, Senior Technician CRM, Mr. Umesh Chandra Pradhan, Senior Technician FMM, Mr. Khageshwar Naik, JQC RNC Laboratory, Mr. Narendra Nath Singh, Senior Technician CED, Mr. Ranjan Kumar Maharana, Engineering Assistant Town Engineering Civil, Ms. Suhasini Patnaik, DNS Medical, Mr. Sujit Kumar Pandey, Assistant Manager Coal Chemicals, Mr. Bhagwan Parida, Assistant Manager OBPP Operation, Mr. Vidyachal Mishra, AGM Blast Furnaces Operation, Mr. Lakshman Swai, Assistant Manager SMS2, Mr. Rajnikant Mahapatra, Manager Hot Strip Mill Mechanical, Mr. Subhadarshan Parhi, Assistant Manager Plate Mill Electrical, Mr. Naveen Rajavarapu, Assistant Manager New Plate Mill Electrical, Mr. Shashwat Seth, Assistant Manager CPP1 PBS, Mr. Abdul Razak, Assistant Manager TRM, and Mr. Pranab Kumar Panigrahi, Assistant Manager Oxygen Plant. The awardees received a cash award of Rs 5,500 along with a certificate of appreciation. Notably, these shift in charges who have been relentlessly spearheading the campaign to enhance production, productivity and improve techno-economic parameters of the plant have contributed immensely to make RSP as the best performing unit amongst all plants of SAIL under the continuous motivation and guidance of Mr. Ashwini Kumar, CEO RSP. A workshop of the Maintenance Management Initiative Project Vishwakarma was organized at HRD Center on 30th and 31st March. In all, 20 executives of ore bedding and blending plant, Sinter plants 1, 2 and 3, traffic and raw materials, centralized maintenance and energy management departments attended the program. Dr. S. Datta, GM HRD, Mr. P.K. Mohanty, GM in charge Mills and Auxiliaries, Mr. D.K. Mahapatra, GM Mechanical, and Mr. P.K. Swai, GM OBPP, Mr. S.R. Datta, GM Sinter Plant, and Mr. Anjani Kumar, DGM in charge TNRM, along with other senior officers of the concerned departments were present at the valedictory function. Dr. S. Datta inaugurated the session. Mr. B.B. Sethi, DGM in charge SP2, was also present during the session. The sessions were conducted by Mr. D.K. Mahapatra, GM Mechanical, Mr. A. Mohanty, AGM SMS2 Electrical, and Mr. R. Agarwal, Assistant Manager MSS. Earlier, Mr. S. Mohanty, DGM CPTI, welcomed the gathering and coordinated the program along with Mr. L. Marandi, Assistant Manager, and Mr. S. C. Panda, Senior Instructor of HRD. with an objective to reinforce the Shrujani movement in RSP. A Shrujani Mela was organized for employees of Town Engineering Department on 25th March. Mr. P.K. Mahapatra, DGM in charge Town Engineering, was the chief guest on the occasion and presided over the function. Present on the occasion were the representatives from all the three sections of Town Engineering: Mr. B.K. Jojo, DGM TE Civil, Mr. P.K. Bindani, AGM TE Water Supply, Ms. S. Tripathi, DGM TS, TE and Enquiry, Mr. B.K. Behra, Manager IED, and several other officers of the department were present on the occasion. While speaking on the occasion, Mr. Mahapatra highlighted the importance of Shrujani and exhorted everyone to contribute towards this movement for better performance and profitability of the plant. During the function, 559 suggestions were generated. Mr. Mahapatra handed over the token gifts to each suggester. Mr. B.K. Behra, Manager IED, deliberated on the Shrujani status of the department in particular and RSP in general. Mr. P.K. Mandhata, Assistant Manager TE Civil, welcomed the gathering and coordinated the program, while Mr. P. Mishra, Engineering Assistant, proposed a vote of thanks. That's all we have for you from our news desk. Namaskar.